Distorted View Daily proudly presents Great Moments on the Adult Home Shopping Network.
Okay.
All right, this is yours, baby.
The next item we have this evening is item DJ7102. And this, ladies, is the 8-inch and gentlemen realistic penis. It comes in your preference of flesh tone, black, or mulatto. Hand-colored in detail to capture every vein and bulge and crease.
And as a man, I can tell you they're in there. We get to look at all these things, and there's veins, bulges, and creases.
Exactly. I mean, this looks like the real thing. It's actually molded from a real erect penis. And you can't believe how lifelike this looks. It comes with its own designer pouch, so you can carry it around and nobody knows what you've got in your little pouch. And now this is really great. It has a suction cup base at the base of the penis. And what you can do is you can, ladies or gentlemen, you can stick that on a wall, you can stick it on a table, in the bathtub, on the washing machine, turn the washing machine on.
You know, actually, my wife has one of these, and I came home one night late. I'd been out drinking with my buddies, and she had stuck it in the sink down like that, because I always come in, I crack open a beer, I walk by the sink, I throw the can in there.
In the sink? I haven't
And she had it right in the sink. It was like saying, hello, you've ignored me one more day.
Hey, freaks, it's Wednesday, September 26th, 2018. Coming up on the program today, robot sex dolls are tearing a community apart. Plus, putrid fish vomit, caught being a racist asshole, and dick-shaped architecture. All this for sure voicemails today on The Distorted View Show.
It's The Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
A lot of hot liquid poo just went out all at once.
Yes! Hey, freaks, Tim Henson back here with you for the Wednesday podcast. Got a good one for you. On yesterday's Sideshow exclusive program, I read a news story about Texas' very first robot brothel. Now, we've read about these things popping up over there in Europe. I think this is the first one here in the United States. And the locals are freaking out. It starts with having sex with robots. Next thing you know, some guy's banging my tractor. Where does it end? Some pervert is not going to turn my tractor into a faggot. Where would you stick your dick in a tractor? Are there exhausts on those things? All right, so I've got a local news story here. Yeah, the local news covered this brothel.
It seems the days of the blow-up dolls are a thing of the past.
Oh, God. How did that poor reporter get stuck covering this retarded news story? I mean, I know someone has to do it, but did she draw the shortest straw? Or is she being punished for taking a vacation? No one wanted to do this story. I know it. And the things she has to say. The quaint days of blow-up dolls are going the way of rotary phones and wind-up toys. A thing of the past, a relic. Say goodbye to rubber dongs. And say hello to AI-enabled fuckbots. You know, I always make fun of that news story about virtual rape. But if I was a local news reporter, I would totally prefer a story like that over one about a sex robot brothel. At least with virtual rape, there's some drama and conflict. This woman's crying like, oh my God, I was playing Second Life and then this avatar started rubbing up against mine. And then I looked down and he had a big purple dick. And he was trying to jam it in me. Rebecca says she felt raped. And she's not alone. I was playing Grand Theft Auto Online, and another player tried to sit on my face and drop his balls on my chin. It's called teabagging. Virtual teabagging. All right, let's get back to the story here. I'm sorry.
It seems the days of the blow-up dolls are a thing of the past. Now, more realistic robots are stepping in.
As disgusting as some people may find it, I think under the law, it's legal.
Booyah, dildo drop. You just heard from a lawyer who said this is all perfectly legal. Still, there are groups trying to shut this robot brothel down.
Not so fast, though. One local organization who caught wind of it is quickly trying to press the brakes.
Let me guess. This is going to be a woman, and she's going to say something dumb and outrageous, like, this is just going to groom rapists. It's giving sex offenders, sex perverts practice. Lady, this is the equivalent to a guy sticking his dick in a couch cushion. The robot, much like the couch, has no feelings, nor does it need to consent. You don't need to roofie a toaster to fuck it hard.
There's already a petition online.
We were absolutely horrified.
Oh my God. This is the worst thing to happen to women since Aziz Ansari. We're all still trying to get over that one. Ladies, pick your fucking battles. And there are a lot of legit battles to choose from. Y'all are being raped left and right by men who are, going after real live women, not robots. Let robots fend for themselves. This has nothing to do with you, really.
DV is quickly trying to press the brakes. There's already a petition online.
We were absolutely horrified.
The executive director for Elijah Rising, who has been cracking down on human trafficking, says this robot brothel will only set them back.
This sex brothel with the robots is going to train men to become rapists.
Oh my God, I called this. I didn't even know that's what she was going to say. You are so fucking predictable, you dumb cunt. This might be dumber than the virtual rape story. At least there was a guy actually doing something to a woman. I mean, okay, they were just playing video games, probably thousands of miles apart, but there were two actual live people involved. This is between a man and his microwave. I mean, seriously, this is like if a man printed out a picture of a woman's face and stuck it on a broom handle and then crammed his dick in between the bristles. Would you consider that being, groomed for raping? No, it's just a sad man who doesn't know what the fuck pussy even feels like. I bet you it feels like broom bristles rubbing up against my shaft. Wet broom bristles. He dunks it in water first. I don't know. Listen, the type of guy who is going to fuck a robot sex doll is a guy who's not getting sex. Some of those guys will probably end up being rapists anyway. But it doesn't have anything to do with the robot sex dolls. If anything, it's delaying them from raping. Get him off and, clear his mind for a little bit before, the dark thoughts return. I mean, does this group have any sort of statistics or research to back up their claims?
Says this robot brothel will only set them back.
This sex brothel with the robots is going to train men to become rapists. What's next? Is it child robots? Where's the line? Where's the boundary?
Your argument is the same thing people say against, homosexual marriage. Where do we draw the line? If two guys get married, what's next? Some dude's gonna marry a horse? Huh? He gonna marry a 4-year-old? It's a slippery slope. Ooh, I'm hating this bitch.
Rapist? What's next? Is it child robots?
Maybe.
Where's the line?
Doesn't matter because they're not real.
Where's the boundary?
Each doll has a name, a look, and a price tag in the thousands if you want to buy one.
This is why we rent.
Customers can also rent before they buy, getting a room and a doll of their choice.
Would you like a previously cummed-in robot pussy?
Getting a room and a doll of their choice where they can play and have fun, fulfilling fantasies without limitations, according to the website.
Nothing wrong with that.
We can't allow these kind of public masturbation businesses to operate in our city.
You want to shut down sperm banks too? Why do you hate couples who can't have kids? That's a medical condition. You're ableist. Sorry we can't be perfect like you. Discriminating against the sick? That's awful. You're a mean bitch. I thought we moved past all this as a society. This woman hates the mentally retarded. Anyone who's not quote-unquote normal. Where's my pitchfork? Where's my torch? Burn that woman's pussy right off for her hateful comments. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. We've played clips of people trying to eat that awful, what is it, Swedish? Some Scandinavian fish product, canned fish. It's called surströmming. So I've got another clip here. This was posted in Distorted View group over there on Facebook. So thank you so much for submitting this. These two guys go out to the woods. I mean, this fish is so pungent, you can't open it indoors. Your house will stink for weeks. So people open the cans outside, right? This guy can't even really get the can open, but the smell starts permeating, right? Starts wafting up.
Oh shit.
He's shaking. The gagging starts. There's 3 guys. There's the main guy who's going to be doing the majority of the puking. There's his friend sitting next to him who's remaining a little more composed. But then the camera guy also starts puking. Again, the top of the can isn't even off yet. He's barely pierced through the top. Okay. No.
Sulla ei ole mitään reaktiota. Otas pikku kumu siitä.
What he was saying there, his friend wasn't reacting to it, so he said, "Here, have a smell." That's the camera guy. Okay. Now, the idea for this video is that they're going to try to eat this thing. We're nowhere near getting to that point yet. Camera guy again.
Oh my god.
It looks like they have brought milk with them, which I don't think is a good idea. Like fish and milk? Does that go together? So he takes a swig of milk and immediately spits it out because horrible combo.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh god.
All right, let me fast forward because this is a 7-minute video. He finally gets the can open.
Ei tää siis, ei toi hajumaa tää syö.
Ei mukaan aina vaan.
Let me fast forward some more. There you go. We're now halfway through the video, and they have pulled out a couple fishies.
Ihan kuin just kalastettu kala.
Oh, it's so slimy looking. I think I would rather eat this kid's vomit than that fish. I mean, this guy is really puking hard. You can see him shaking as he's vomiting. Like he's gonna blow out a blood vessel in his eye. Okay, that's slowed down. Here we go. They're putting the fish in their mouth. That's the guy who's been composed for most of the video. He's saying, "Oh, the fucking taste." I give these guys a lot of credit because every time they put the fish in their mouth, they immediately have a gagging reaction, right? They start to puke. The fish comes flying out of their mouth, but they keep trying to eat, right? They're determined to get a piece down the hatch. Yeah, they're reacting to a particularly grotesque-looking fish that has been pulled out of the can. Like, it's dripping.
Oh, no.
He bites off a piece, and he almost kept it in. He's chewing, and it all just comes out again. It's a shame. Let me just fast forward to the 6-minute mark. Okay. That was very wet. We only got a minute left in this video. Less than a minute. I think he's actually eating it.
Sore fucking strömming. Worst food ever.
Well, I'm certainly not going to disagree with that assessment. I have a great clip I wanted to play. This was found in our Discord. I urge all of you freaks to check it out. Chat with other freaks. This was in the Warm Insensitive chat room. I'm not really even sure what that means. I mean, I know the term Warm Insensitive. That's a distorted view reference, but I'm not sure what normally goes on in that chat room. Someone posted a video of a guy handling a little baby alligator. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this was probably filmed in Florida. The guy sitting down, handling the alligator, is trying to decide what he's going to stick in the alligator's mouth. See what I mean? This has to be Florida, right? This has Florida written all over it. Anyway, his friends keep saying, like, look, it's a baby alligator. It's not going to hurt that bad. Just stick your finger in the alligator's mouth.
Jonathan, let him bite your finger.
Yeah.
Do it for the snap. Do it for the snap.
I'm not sure if they're
touch him.
I'm not sure if they're referring to the snap as in they want to hear the alligator snap his finger, or if they're doing it for Snapchat.
Do it for the snap. You gotta touch him.
You gotta get your finger right in the mouth. Come on.
You gotta touch him.
Don't be a pussy.
Do it for the snap. Do it for the snap. It ain't gonna hurt. No.
What his friends are saying no to is he's sticking out his tongue. He's like, fuck this finger stuff. That's Mickey Mouse bullshit. I'm going to let the gator bite my tongue. But he doesn't stop there.
No.
This is Distorted View Daily, after all.
No. Do your finger. My dick. Do it.
Yeah, did you hear that?
No, not your
He's grabbing at his crotch. There's a hole in his jeans, of course. And he said,
no. Do your finger.
My dick.
My dick. How about my dick?
Do it.
No, not your.
Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, the penis doesn't come out, but it looks like the balls come out, which are they're more tender than the penis, right? Like, I think I would rather have the alligator clamp down on my shaft than a ball. Those motherfuckers can pop, right? All right.
Your ball sack.
And
Johnson.
well, what the fuck did you expect was going to happen? Yes, the alligator clamps down. Hold on a minute. Right here.
Oh, fuck, you got my fucking sack, dude.
Thank God it was just your sack. Like, you just got the skin of the balls.
Get this motherfucker off. Oh, dude. Stop pulling. Stop. Just stop.
Stop pulling.
Just let him be. Just fucking let him be, dude. What the fuck?
What the fuck? This is what was inevitably going to happen. Everyone knew this was going to happen. Again, you know it's Florida. Finally, before we get into the news today, I have a very short live stream clip here. I don't know if this is considered a in real life streamer, an IRL streamer, or if there's a difference between IRL streamers and the streamers who just like eat dinner on cam. That is, I don't know if that's a separate type of stream or if there's a name for that, but it's very popular. You just watch people eat. We've got a Chinese girl here. She's eating a pot of, it looks like pasta or ravioli or something, and someone racist pops in the chat. He writes, "Ding dong shing shong." Now, most of the people in the chat room are speaking Chinese or whatever, or Japanese, I don't know the difference. Whatever she is, right? Speaking their jib-jab language. And, she is also speaking Chinese. And so I think this guy who popped in there being racist, oh, ding dong shing shong, didn't know that she would understand what he was saying.
Ding dong shing shong. Ding dong shing shong. Ding dong shing shong. I'm not ding dong shing shong. I'm Chung Chong, motherfucker.
Okay, you will call me Ching Chong, motherfucker.
I am Chung Chong.
Oh,
you
Chung
know
Chong.
Chung Chong Pride? I am Chung Chong. Listen. Okay? Fuck you.
You were owned by Ching Chong, not Ding Dong Shing Shong, you racist motherfucker. As if there's a difference between Ching Chong and Ding Dong, or Chong Ching, whatever her name. Is that her name? Chong Ching? What I don't understand is why does she have a microphone pointed at the pasta? That's like her co-host. Maybe at some point it was boiling or something and she wanted to get the sounds of that, like an ASMR thing. Whatever. And with that, let's get into the crazy bizarre twist. Fuck some news right now. Not a member of the Distorted Views Sideshow? Shame on you. Let's rectify that right now. Become a true and honorable freak. Memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month. Even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. When you sign up, you get full access to the entire archive of programs. Plus, every week we do exclusive material in the form of podcasts and videos. This, believe it or not, is how I make my living, so every little bit helps. I love all of my Sideshow members, both present and hopefully future. If for some reason you can't sign up for the Sideshow or just you're unwilling, shame on you. You can also support the show by becoming a patron. Patreon.com/DistortedView. You can pledge as little as $1. Again, every little bit helps. So thank you to all my patrons. Looking for a couple more freaks. Someone just signed up. Became a new patron. John, I think his name is. So thank you so much, John, for that. Looking for a few more before the end of the month. I'll be updating our Patreon page real soon, so be on the lookout for that. Last thing I wanted to mention has nothing to do with you giving me money, but you may have noticed this episode of Distorted View sounds a little bit different. It's because I've been tweaking the audio in my setup, because recently on the voicemail line, someone said, some of the audio clips you play are very low, or my voice is very low during the audio clips. And then after I stop playing the audio, then my voice gets louder, and this poor guy is like adjusting the volume in his car constantly. So I think I've isolated the problem. I think today's episode probably should sound better, especially when it comes to the audio that I'm playing and the levels and everything. If it does, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. You can always tweak those settings. Okay, 3 very quick stories, then we'll get the hell out of here. First up, have we talked about Matt Powell? I think we have. He's the 22-year-old preacher who said that the government should execute gay people because, the Bible says that they should. He also wants women to stop dressing like whores, and he thinks all atheists are coke-drinking video game addicts. Well, he's right about that. He's back, though, with more controversial remarks. Recently, Matt Powers went on John Gleason's internet show. I don't know who John Gleason is. He calls himself the Godless Engineer. I don't know what that means. John apparently wanted Matt Powell to explain why ancient cultures didn't make reference to dinosaurs. Oh, that's the other thing. Matt Powell is convinced that dinosaurs walked the earth with humans up until like 100 or 200 years ago or something. Just ridiculous. Insane shit. All right, so if humans and dinosaurs lived at the same time as creationists believe, wouldn't we have records of their existence dating back hundreds of years? This is the question John Gleason posed. Someone would have written this down, right? Talked about the dinosaurs, living amongst them. Well, Matt Powell replied, well, there are records indicating that dinosaurs existed with men. Here is Matt Powell talking about that.
There's not going to be a ton of talk about these things. And the thing is, I do believe there was talk about these things. I believe if we study history, the Confederates were able to shoot pterodactyls.
What?
Back in the Civil War, and they spread these things out. Anybody can look it up online. They spread these things out, and this is a historical fact. So they spread this thing out, and it's got a huge wing length. It's a pterodactyl they shot. So of course these things have been around. Now they went extinct, obviously, slowly, but surely. And so I don't believe that just because at some point in time, coming from your perspective, that just because they stopped talking about it means that they never saw it when we have all this evidence that they've seen it. Does that make sense? Like with it could
no
Peruvian stones, just tons and tons of things, Viking ships. There's so much. And just
it's interesting because he does display, or godless whatever, displays a picture of a bunch of guys from the Civil War era standing next to a dead pterodactyl. It's a real photograph. Well, it's a photograph. It's obviously a fake photograph, like a hoax. Do you believe the shit we have to say is not real? That people actually believe? The earth is not flat. There weren't pterodactyls during the Civil War. Like, there's enough people that believe this that we have to go over the material. God fucking Christ, we are doomed, freaks. All right, second story we have for you today. A former psychiatric nurse, Aaron Ali, 40, is in court, accused of using his mobility scooter as a battering ram. He weaponized his mobility scooter. His jazzy. All right, yes, a former psychiatric nurse, Aaron Ali, is in court accused of using his mobility scooter as a battering ram to attack a pair of old people as they waited at a bus stop. It's like elderly bowling. See how many near-deads you can knock over. I like how this guy thinks. In closed-circuit television footage of the July 14th incident, Mr. Ali can be seen approaching the bus stop in his motorized wheelchair before reversing into Doris Collins, 88, and Joan Benefield, 90. Prosecutor James Dean, told Southwark Crown Court that Mr. Ali then used his mobility device as a battering ram against the two elderly women, leaving Ms. Benefield with bruises to her calf and ribs. If I was this guy's lawyer, I would be like, look, in my client's defense, it is so easy to bruise an elderly person. If a strong enough wind comes blowing, they get facial bruises and shit. All right, this guy used his device as a battering ram. She got bruises to her calf and ribs. Oh, and it caused Miss Collins to suffer cuts to her knee. It'd be cool if he, duct taped swords and knives to his mobility scooter, slicing those bitches, like bayonets and stuff. All right, Mr. Ali denied that he deliberately attacked the two women, claiming his actions were a result of his diabetes. Oh, the old diabetes defense. Your Honor, my sugar was out of whack, and I was thirsty for blood. Sweet, sweet blood. All right, yes, his defense is... Look, I have diabetes. The medication he was taking for his various health conditions, including depression, PTSD, and anxiety, all made him a little cuckoo in the head, and, he lost it. Speaking as part of his defense, Mr. Ali told the court that on the day of the attack, he was not feeling well. He stated, I was having a diabetic crash.
Diabetes, 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 diabetes. Diabetes testing supplies.
I know you guys were waiting for me to play that. He said I was having a diabetic crash. That's what was happening. I was going to get food, but I was feeling unwell. Basically, I'm on morphine, 116 milligrams a day. I would take half the dose, which would make me very drowsy. Well, then don't hop into your mobility scooter. Wait till you're a little more alert, asshole. Sometimes you'd be moving and you would feel like you're sitting. I would knock things over. It makes you clumsy like a drunk. Mr. Ali is also answering charges related to an earlier incident. Oh yeah, there was an earlier incident from January of this year in which he's accused of punching a 72-year-old Michael Gibson in a random attack. You don't punch people when you feel drowsy. Oh, in that case, I was just high on crack cocaine. I must have done a little too much of it. Like, this guy is not good with dosages, Mr. Gibson told the court that on January 2nd of 2018, he was out shopping with his family when he saw Mr. Ali approach in his wheelchair. This guy should lose his wheelchair for a while. He claims he saw Mr. Ali coming towards him, and as he stepped out of the path of the wheelchair user, Mr. Ali struck him in the face like a drive-by punch. He said the blow was upwards. I knew it was a punch because I felt it. Next thing I remember is my son and daughter coming up to me. The impact from the blow caused the old retiree to fall to the ground, but Mr. Gibson was able to get up on his feet and catch up with Mr. Ali. When he confronted his assailant, he says Mr. Ali refused to answer why he hit him. Mr. Gibson went on to say that after the incident, he lit up a cigarette but felt part of his front tooth come off. He added, look, I only got 3 teeth, so I didn't need to lose another one. Are you sure this story didn't come from Florida as well? Aaron Ali denies 3 charges of assault, occasioning actual bodily harm, and 1 count of common assault. the trial continues. So stick with Distorted View. I may have an update for you in the coming days. And finally today, freaks, if you're wondering about today's featured image over there at distortedview.com and superfreaksideshow.com, let me clue you in. A phallic-looking structure opened up in Guangzhou in southeastern China last month. God damn, does that thing look like a cock. It even blows shit out of the tip. This is crazy. Looks like it's ejaculating. I want to move there. Yes, the phallic-looking structure opened in Guangzhou in southeastern China last month, but has already been mocked mercilessly for the unfortunate resemblance. Locals have poked fun at the Guangzhou New Media Center by making a realistic-looking video showing fireworks shooting out of the top. Oh, okay. That's not real. As part of a doctored video made during the Mid-Autumn Festival, the top of the building was lit up, showing its clear resemblance to male genitals. The firework display heightened the rude image as the building is lit up, pulsating pink before turning blue as heart-shaped rockets explode from the tip. Commenting on the video, which went viral in China, a spokesman for the Guangzhou Broadcasting and Television Network Company confirmed it was actually fake. Speaking to Chinese media, the spokesman said, "We turned on the lights on the facade of the building, and it showed the image of the moon. Some web users photoshopped extra lights, others photoshopped fireworks and fountains onto it, all sorts of things." Yeah, the enhanced photo really does look spectacular, but I made the real building today's featured image, so you can see what it does look like a penis with balls. It's pretty good. It took 2 years to complete the building, and many Chinese were baffled. No one had spotted the resemblance before its erection. One social media user in China, calling themselves Gao Fang, wrote, "Ha ha! I do not believe that design was accidental," while other users had suggestions for what the skyscraper's name should be changed to. Conservatives said, maybe it should be called Dick Tower. Accurate, but not exactly creative. All right, there you go. If you want to check it out, go to distortedview.com. There's a picture. Oh, others thought it looked like a cannabis bong. God's Own Monster commented, "To me, it looks like a zebra-striped bong." The embarrassed architect has defended his creation. According to reports, he said the intention was to base it on the terraced rice fields and landscapes, which the provinces of Guangxi and Yunnan, or whatever, on China's border with Vietnam are famous for. So you can be the judge. Take a look at this dick skyscraper. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Wednesday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. You guys demanded I get a post office box, and I finally came through. You can write me or send me packages to Distorted View, P.O. Box 9575, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45209. If you don't know how to spell Cincinnati, I posted the post office box information on our show notes. Other ways to contact me, show at distortedview.com. That's my email address. Love to hear from you. 206-666-4463. That's our voicemail line. I've got a couple voicemails I want to play for you today, including a couple from patrons. If you pledge a few dollars over there at patreon.com/distortedview, you get access to a voicemail line, and I will play your calls first, because I'm usually about a month behind on the normal voicemails. As a matter of fact, let's check in with a couple patrons right now.
Sam, you started doing your Bill Cosby impressions, and we were playing it yesterday, and my wife started laughing uncontrollably for some reason.
Yeah, it's because it's so bad, probably. Yeah, I was talking about how Bill Cosby was sentenced to prison, and believe it or not, his first prison meal was going to include pudding for dessert. I don't even remember how I did my impression. Pudding pop. You know, it's the standard Bill Cosby impression, but way shittier. CO and Camille. Sorry, I make myself laugh because not that because I think it's funny. It's just I'm so bad at impressions. I put the pill in the pop of the zippity boop, and then I stick my prick in the cunt of the boppity pop. That's not even Bill Cosby. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I have to say things like Theo and Rudy so you know who I'm doing. I'm doing... No, that's not right. Right. Rudy! Nah, I lost it.
Timmy Boo, Scumhook here, mate. Loved the show on Friday. Loved your characterisation of people who wipe back to front as sociopaths. On the rare occasion that I do wipe my ass, I wipe back to front. It's not a problem because I'm not some sort of fucking retard and I'm able to stop myself.
But why? Why do you do that?
Before I smear shit all over my taint and balls. It's just a tactical anus wipe. I can grab the shit out and just wipe. Anyway, whatever. But the thing is, the reason I say rarely wipe is because I'm a member of a very elite group on the Discord server of bidet users. Yep, Little Baby Faggot and Lucas Funk are both brothers in anus spraying. You can get these things off Amazon for fuck all, so you should go get one. Dead easy to fit to your toilet.
Wait a second. You're talking about bidets, right?
And Lucas Funk are both brothers in anus spraying. You can get these things off Amazon for fuck all, so you should go get one. Dead easy to fit to your toilet, and with just a twist of your wrist, you can hose your asshole down with a cleansing spray of...
See, this is the thing. I hear a lot of people praising bidets and stuff, but I wouldn't feel like it would get my ass clean. I feel like I really got to dig in there and really sop up and scoop out the shit. How could water just get you clean?
Ice cold, pressurized water.
I guess, I mean, if it's like power hosing your anus, maybe.
And just blow that shit right off your man.
I remember the first year that there was a podcast expo, and it was the same time as the People's Podcast Awards, where Distorted View took home Best Comedy the first time, right? We were staying at a hotel, or we were over someone's hotel room, and it was me and my friend that I took along with me, and Paul and Jeanette, and we all tried to go to the bathroom and use the bidet. I don't know if this was our first time using a bidet or whatever, but we thought it was fascinating. So I went in there, and I don't know, I got the water fucking all over myself, all over my jeans, right? Like, I don't think I positioned my asshole correctly.
Oh, and it is the fucking...
That's the other problem. I don't need to get fucking water all over my
pants. You end up using maybe, a couple of sheets of toilet paper to just dry up your asshole.
Okay.
Or you just au natural and let the fucking water drip off into your undies or onto the floor or whatever. So, go, get a fucking bidet, mate. I cannot recommend that more. And then you won't have to worry about which direction you fucking wipe in. You just hose the shit.
Christmas is just around the corner, and I've got that new post office box. That would just make a great Christmas present for me.
Oh, cheers, mate.
I would be ecstatic about that. Anything to help, get the chunks of shit out of my asshole. All right, real quick, one more voicemail here.
Well, hey, Tim, it's Corbin Guy. So, anyways, I'm over at a lunch lady's house, and we've been examining all my molars, and I seem to have found that...
Who is this guy? What did he say? I'm Corbin Man?
Well, hey, Tim, it's Corbin Guy.
Corbin Guy? I don't know what he's talking about here.
Well, hey, Tim, it's Corbin Guy.
Sorry.
So, anyways, I'm over at a lunch lady's house, and we've been examining all my molars, and I seem to have found that filling that's got the radio in it from the government. And I've been listening to their podcast, and I'll tell you what, that Alex Jones, he's got a lot of good stuff to say.
Yeah.
All right, Timmy Boo. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Now I'm going to need someone to call into the voicemail line and explain this voicemail to me. Thank you. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God is in. Oh, God.
The Confederates were able to shoot pterodactyls.
Spread the distortion. STD, tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Tomorrow's show will be Sideshow exclusive, so it's a great time to sign up so you don't miss a thing. Otherwise, I will be back on Friday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
You want what?
I want your cock!
You want my cock?
I want your cock!
You want my cock?